Second to last Star Wars miniatures set, The Dark Times. Quite a few things going on in this set. There's, I think there's like some 501st Troopers, and they put a lot of unique bounty hunters in here, so there's a lot of good pieces. I mean, I can't remember all the rares that are in this set, but, and I barely know who Kid Crook is. He shows up in the Legacy comics that I'm sort of reading right now. But, yeah, seems like most of the heavy hitters here are comic book characters, and we'll see if we get one of them or one of the very cool updated to be more powerful bounty hunters. They have a Zuckuss in this set, a Forlom, an IG-88, a Bosk. Who am I missing? Dengar. There's a Dengar in this set. There's no Boba Fett, but they've had plenty of Boba Fetts before. But of the 6 bounty hunters from the... I'm going to open from the other side because I don't want to wreck Bosk's picture if I wreck a picture. I like Trandoshans. Okay, I don't care so much about the back. It's probably going to get cut off anyways. Oof. That popped out pretty easy. Alright. So the second to last set, I'm not sure. I think it was right around the time that the last set was announced is when they announced that it would be the last set. It wasn't like they kept that hidden or anything, and that was kind of a bummer. I wasn't sure I saw that coming. But, I don't know. 10 years before that, 11 years before that, the Star Wars Minis game had to end too. I'm sorry, the Star Wars CCG from Decipher ended too. And I think Wizards did a pretty good job with the Minis game. They didn't do as well with their card game, in my opinion. I only played it once, maybe twice. But we'll pass this off to Brett. So a lot of stuff here is going to be about the end of the Jedi and dealing with that. I should say that, at least where the Jedi go into hiding. So you see an Inquisitor on the side. I think there's a... I can't remember what types of pieces come in this set. A bunch of fringe characters, if I remember correctly. Okay, a Jedi Watchman. So that's an Old Republic piece that's pretty good. One of the it's a common, I believe. But, yeah, it's a common. But they're actually pretty useful, and 24 points, I believe he is. So, not too bad. Coda's Militia. Okay, I forgot there was that in here. So these are the guys that support Coda. Master Ram Coda in the Force Unleashed. That's the elite militia, I believe. We got a Rhodian Brute, a 3-point piece. It was pretty interesting. He's got stable footing, so he's really good for swap squads if you want to run a medium base character up and only have a cheap character for the other team to kill instead of an expensive one if you swap them out with a swapping commander effect. Okay, nice. So I was talking about the 501st. That's a 501st Trooper, Clone Trooper. They look kind of cool. I've always liked the different clone armors. There's so many different options, and that's a neat looking one. Bent up a little bit, but that can always be fixed. Oops. Human Engineer. Pretty interesting set of abilities this piece has. We'll take a look on the card. And he's checking to make sure he gives us the rare last over here. Oh, nice. Emperor's Hand. So we got two of the pieces that I really like from this set. Emperor's Hand being a stooge of Emperor Palpatine. He doesn't have double attack, but he's got a fairly low cost and a cool sculpt and a couple neat abilities that we'll see. Our rare, it's a very rare actually. It's Chewie with Breath Mask. So this is him when he was on the Dagobah Cave. That's it's not opened, but I guess well, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't think anybody did that. That's interesting how that's torn like that. But that is a very rare, and that's something I don't know if I've ever seen a serial number on the back. I don't recall. I'm gonna have to check my Chewie and see if there's a serial number on the back. Do the other pieces have serial numbers on the back? That's bizarre. I can't remember ever seeing that on any Star Wars Minis piece, but interesting. I'll definitely check my own. He's just a couple rooms away in my later set rares and very rares box. All right, so our code is Militia. This is the one I'm more interested in, the Emperor's Hand. As soon as I flip over the whole thing, okay, well, we'll just flip them now. Oh, Fearless Scout. I think I might have called him Chewie with Breath Mask, but I mean, that's the ability he has. So, Jedi Hunter, only one attack, and he can spend the Emperor's Force points too. So, there's ways to get him extra attack, but I'm just a little bit nervous to use a melee piece that doesn't have extra attack, because they can start losing a damage race real fast. So a slightly cheaper clone trooper with different stats, but he's got a couple good abilities. Oh, here's the engineer. So industrial repair, and satchel charge. So if you have droids or mounted weapon, not a bad piece to include one of these in there. Hopefully your opponent doesn't have accurate shot and can shoot your 13-point mechanic in one hit. Only 3 points. That's so it's nice to have just a really cheap guy that you can move in and swap out and not have to lose a bunch of points. The Watchman's cool because he has Cloaked. So a Jedi already comes with Cloaked, and then once he gets up next to somebody, he's got Lightsaber Block. So I guess one of the ways to beat him is to get up next to him and then shoot him, because block doesn't work against that. So it's one of the cheaper Chewies. He's got high HP, a weird mix of abilities I've always thought he's had. So he's a Wookiee, that's good. +4 attack against enemies with flight. So, I mean, thematically this makes sense, because he's out there shooting Minox or whatever. He's got his breath mask, because that's what he's wearing, so he's not affected by poison. So if your Naga Sato with poison blade and virulent poison wants to slash Chewie, Chewie doesn't care because he's got a mask. Even if he slashes him in the leg, he's still wearing his poison-proof mask. And stable footing and stealth. So, yeah, just kind of a bizarre piece, but I mean, he's 23 points and 110 HP. I'm sure there's a couple good uses for him. And it's a very rare, so you only get a very rare in one out of every 3 packs, and we did. So, I mean, I guess when I think about it, these packs are, most of the rares are going to be main characters of some sort or close to it, but I mean, we've had 4 packs in a row where I would say we've had legit main characters, even if they're rares or very rares. I mean, you could have gotten a Ganacht or a, you know, there's a couple weird, like Das Jenny, or I guess we saw him on the side. He is a main character from the comics, but, you know, I haven't read those comics, so I'm not super interested in getting one of him compared to, I don't know, like a very rare bounty hunter or something. So another good pack, another main character. I think we're going to do some sealed type stuff. Brett and I are going to play some sealed games with these, and to see how that goes. But, yeah, another good pack. We only got one more for the whole series, but I hope you tune in for that one and see what we get for our last pack of this one of each booster series. After we play our sealed game, I'll probably be putting up a lot of these on my eBay store. You can find those in the description, the link to that in the description, lots of listings. Some discounts if you get a $100 or more order, or $50 or more is free shipping, just an FYI, and help me get back some of the cost of buying all these packs. It's been fun to go through, but hope you check out that store link. Thanks for watching.